Hello, Virgo friends. This is Vistalia Tarot and Astrology, direct from my bedroom to yours, and this is your oracle reading for the month of March. I'm going to start by pulling a tarot card for you from the Thoth Tarot as an overview card for the month. So I pulled the Empress. Very beautiful card in the Thoth Tarot. So this is our Venus-ruled major arcana card, and the Empress is the domain of all things Venusian, all things related to the tending of our lives, of our gardens, of our families, of ourselves, of our bodies, of our health. And it's really quite a wonderful card to draw for this late winter, early spring. I think that there's a real opportunity to begin this season in a kind of regal manner where you have really lived through this winter, have really experienced its depths and its darknesses, and are now kind of slowly ready to reemerge, but without rushing into it, sort of taking the time to do it properly. I think there's a kind of theme of, don't do it if you're not going to do it properly. This isn't necessarily always associated with the Empress. It's just a feeling that I'm getting for pulling it for you as a theme card this month. There's something about her image, especially in this deck, where she's just a sort of archetype, an archetype perfected. She's not even like a real she doesn't have a sense of a real person. There's this kind of timeless stillness, statue-like feeling to her. I'm just riffing here. Yeah, so pretty cool card as your month of March card. Yeah, it could also mean just enjoyment with friends because of that Venusian influence with friends and lovers, and maybe starting to plant some seedlings, literal and metaphoric, and taking care of business and kind of feeling like a boss or a queen. Or an empress. And the message from your higher self this month is from the archetypes deck, the heart. Very interesting fit with the Empress, with this Venusian card. I think there might be a real focus on relationships for March. The heart card in this particular deck is always kind of reminding us to come back to that sort of heart-centered way of relating to the world and to the people around us. And with the Empress, it feels just doubly so that you're called on to kind of be there with people in a very heartful way. Heartful, not hurtful. And it seems like that you have the capacity to do so, that you sort of have a place like a throne, an inner throne from which you can kind of sit and relate to others in this heartfelt way. But I'm just getting a sense that there can be a kind of detachment that's inherent in feeling like you're doing all right by life. You can start to feel as if, perhaps those around you who aren't are somehow that it's, their fault for not trying hard enough. There can be a kind of judgment that comes in with that. So I think it's also a reminder to not fall into any sort of traps of that kind, and to keep coming back to the heart, which is this sort of compassionate way of looking at others, at those who might not be at this place or in this sitting at this inner throne that you may find yourself sitting at. And finally, an advice card or a guidance card from the Amenti Oracle. And card for you is, I honor animals with reverence. So that's interesting. So if there are any animals in your life that you share your life with or that cross your path this month, honor them with reverence. And yeah, have an open heart. Maybe it's a metaphorical stray that may come your way this month. And now finally, I'm going to read a random passage from a book for you, a little bit of bibliomancy. To create a pearl, an oyster needs an aggravating parasite inside its shell. It builds layers of calcium carbonate around the invader, gradually fabricating the treasure. How long does it take from the initial provocation to the finished product? 5 years for a pearl of average size and as many as 10 years for a big one. One question for you. How many years have you been engaged in the process of transforming your irritant into a masterpiece? How many more years do you think you still have to go? So have a good month, Virgos. Take care.